Okay, so what I'd like to do now is show you some things that I think would be helpful for remote learning. And I'd like to take a look at one of the science pages. As you can see, this is the main page for science. We're on the materials. It's kind of set up like Facebook. This is the announcement for the week. Some teachers, you have to click here to see the weekly updates. I post the update on the top of the main materials page. The student can click here every day to get to his or her Zoom class. They can click here for that week's schedule. For example, if you click on this, the student will see that it's a 4-day week instead of a 5-day week. Every week, the office hours change, and the student would click here to see when I'm available for extra help. It's at least 3 times a week. On 4-day weeks, it's usually 2 times a week. And then the Zoom links are right on this document. And of course, they can click here to email me. So what I want you to see here is the most recent assignment is up on top. So the other thing I want you to notice is the right side of the screen. Your student sees this also. Today is Monday, September the 28th. Tomorrow, if your student is an A-day student, they have a writing piece due. They have the conclusion to the BTB lab due at 9 a.m. They've known about this since last Thursday. So it's really important for you to teach your student to take a look at the right side of the screen because it shows what is coming up and due. So this is what's due tomorrow at 9 a.m. and this is what will be due on Thursday at 9 a.m. The negative side of this is that as soon as 9 a.m., as soon as Tuesday, September the 29th at 9 a.m. happens, this disappears from the right side of their screen. So it helps them stay organized prior to the due date of an assignment. But if they want to stay organized long term, the calendar is extremely helpful. So the calendar is showing everything that was past due as well as what is future due. And the student can see what they're missing. If they did not complete the assignment, one way that they can access it is go to the calendar. If they see a time, that is an assignment that was due. And you can see that the hand turns into a link. That's where the student can click on it and catch up on that missing assignment if they're missing it. So the student can look ahead a little bit, and the student can look in the past if they're noticing that they're missing an assignment. So I wanted you to take advantage of this video lesson so that you can sit down with your student and make sure they're using their calendar and make sure that they're using the upcoming assignments on the right side of the screen. Your student also has a main calendar just for them where it merges all of their assignments for all of their classes. So like I said, the top folder is the most recent folder. This is last week's work. As of tomorrow, once the class is over, I will take last week's work and I will put it in the orange completed work for the first trimester. You will see that we've gone through weeks 1 and 2. If we open up weeks 1 and 2, for example, we can see the 2 lessons of the week. Science classes meet twice a week. If we open up the folders, you will always see, just like in any other class, the in-class work and the due next class work. So this is any handouts or resources that I would want the students to access while the class is going on. For example, answer keys to homework. And then the directions for everything that is going to be due the next class. So this is something that's happened in the past. This is what the students did last week. And then they will eventually be put together in one folder called Week of September 24th. And then you will see 3 subfolders inside the completed work for first trimester. The other thing I want you to take note of is if you are having issues with your Chromebook or with your email account, you click on this and it will allow you to submit a ticket to our technology team and they can meet your needs technology-wise. The last thing is this helpful folder. I would like for you to note that the librarian released an announcement on Friday, helpful info here. Activity period is starting at 1:30 every day. So this is the schedule. And last but not least, I talked about the importance of a printer. These are instructions for how you can get the Chromebooks to hook up with your printer, either direct connection or by Wi-Fi, so that you can print resources for your student at home. The other thing that I want you to note is that there is an 8th grade course that every 8th grade student has access to. And if you look at the main page, it has the email connections, the email links for every teacher in 8th grade, useful resources, as well as every week we give you an update. Those updates are important. There's very good resources. How to print from home, how to submit something on Schoology. A lot of students are struggling with that right now. The school schedule for the week, which I also post as the main page. The activity schedule with the links so students can join an activity. Okay, I know I was talking a lot, but I really wanted to allow you the opportunity to see how your student is navigating through the Schoology page every day. So that was the main page I told you about. Again, the calendar, as well as the left side of the screen, are wonderful ways that your student can stay organized, to know that assignments are upcoming and are due soon. We talked about the calendar. I would also like to show you that on this side, you can always check every day the most current grade for your student in each class. So let's take a look. This is a make-believe student. This is actually Tracy Soyson, student. I made up my grades. So as you can see, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4 homework assignments collected. We have one coming up on October the 1st. You can see that there's a dash. The dash means, ladies and gentlemen, that it is either not due yet, or it means that it's past due, the student submitted it, and the teacher has not graded it yet. Otherwise, you see that the student earns scores out of 3 points, because remember I said homework checks are worth 3 points. This student, which is me, I turned one of the 2 forms in. So the note is saying that I missed the class contract, but I did complete the scavenger hunt. If I look, I see that I have half credit for this assignment. If I click on it, it'll take me to that assignment on my Google Drive, and I will see the note from my teacher that says, okay, you had 6 tasks to complete for this assignment, and you only completed 3 of the 6, so you earned half credit. The last thing that I'd like to talk to you about is the process grades. Remember I told you that I would accept them up to 2 classes late, as well as I allow the students to have 2 submissions. So when you take a look at me, make-believe student Soyson, you see that I did not do very well the first time. I earned a 6 out of 12, so I took advantage of the second submission, and I earned a 9 out of 12. So again, I can see how long the students spent on each assignment. I can see whether they took it seriously, and so can you. This is the student page, so you can look and assess to see how well your student is doing. The other thing I'd like you to see is that tomorrow at 9 a.m. I have a writing piece that's due. This little piece of paper here is telling you that the student submitted it. There's a dash because of the fact that it is not graded yet, and this little symbol here is showing you that there is a rubric and the student had access to it, and this is the rubric that the teacher will use to grade the assignment. Okay, I think that's everything on Schoology that I wanted to show you. I hope that you found it helpful, and please reach out to me if you have any questions or concerns about your students' progress. I hope that we can continue to work together as a team. We need to stay strong. We need to hang in there. This will be over soon. There is light at the end of the tunnel. And thank you very much for your time.